Yo, what's going on, guys? Live stream has started. Trading real cash, trading the S&P 500, trading futures, all real time, real transparency. It's going down live right now. Appreciate anyone for tuning in. Thank you very much. See the description for the disclaimer to my channel. Morning Cup of Trades is not responsible for trades or investments made by viewers. Trading and investing can have substantial financial risk, and it is advised to seek advice from a qualified broker or financial advisor before trading or investing. This stream is for entertainment purposes only. My goal is simple today. It's to make money. I'm here to show everybody what trading is really like, no matter how terrible it might be. I promise you there is a good and bad trade out there, and I will find one of those. Live trading starts now. All right, guys. Let's do this. Let's get into this. Let's make this happen. All right, all right, all right. Okay, let's get some jams cooking. Scared money don't make no money. A rich man don't make no money. A poor man don't make no money. Yeah, okay, well, give me a second. Let me get the stream pumped out here to the Discord. Let everybody know that we're going in live. All right. A scare man don't make no money. Ugh. All right, all right, all right, all right. Hope everything has been going well for you guys on this fine Friday. I have already got a cup of coffee in my belly, and I've got a fresh one cooked up just for the stream. So we are getting caffeinated. We are making it happen. All right. We should be good to go. Let's make it work. All right. Kind of debating on if I want to make the bubbles a little bigger here for the stream or not. I don't really know. I don't really know. I think maybe I should. Hmm. Huh. All right. Look at that, guys. I think the exposure's messed up on the stream again. Looks weird. Why is it doing that? I don't know. What I do know is we're getting a setup here soon. Yeah. I'm actually going to be going in long if this continues to dump. If we keep on dumping, I will be going long on the imbalance bottoming out and us getting a green bubble. That's the goal. Claude, what up, man? Charbel. Bookmap? Yeah. We're trading a liquidity tracker with Bookmap here at the bottom. And you can see the Bookmap bubbles as well. Those are printing on a 5-minute basis. Every 5 minutes, a new candle prints. Or at least that's the idea. Yeah, I keep messing up the gain on everything on the webcam. Probably just default that. Let's just do that. That's fine. That'll work. That'll work. What's going on, guys? Appreciate you all for tuning in. Hopefully, everyone is trading well today, trading well on this fine Friday. We have not taken a trade yet. Stream just started 7 minutes ago, so we are sipping coffee and waiting on the setup. We are waiting on the setup. Pretty bullish day though, huh? 860. I mean, kinda, not really. We're sort of flat. The market already moved so much on yesterday's session. All traders need coffee. Is it free Bookmap? No. I actually had to spend some money to get this Bookmap license. I paid about 320 for the year. And there's a $34 a month real-time data for CME data. So yeah, it costs money for sure. But all in all, for the yearly cost of these tools, it's not too absurd. I think most people can find a way to afford that. Shall we get some tunes? Shall we get some tunes pumping here? Nothing too crazy. I want to turn this way down though. Yeah, that'll work. I think. Go set them in the living room. I'm coming. What trading platform? This is Bookmap on the bubbles. Bottom is a liquidity tracker, and I'm using Ninja Trader as our chart. All the links are in the description. I'm posted by Nightbot from time to time. How much for Ninja per month? It's only $4 per month for real-time data. Top a book for index futures. It's not bad. Yeah, we're gonna be scalping. I pretty much have a setup building right here. I'm just kind of waiting. How to read bubble? It's kind of up to you, man. There's many ways you can read it. Red bubbles mean that there's more selling than buying. Green bubbles mean that there's more buying than selling. That's a simple way to put it. I gotta step away just real quick, guys. Still kind of keeping an eye on the charts. I'll be right back. Well, looks like we got that set up. Of course, I wasn't here to take it. Ah, so perfect. Such a perfect setup. We may be getting another one here, though. This liquidity needs to come down to the bottom, and I will enter this liquidity imbalance. Yeah, I wouldn't come in here thinking that you are going to follow trades or something, man. I'm just sharing a journey. I would prefer no one to follow my trades. Just because I'm buying does not mean you should buy. Just because Bookmap has a green bubble does not mean you should buy either. Be very careful. Damn, man. Definitely had a good setup here off the bottom. I know for a fact that we got a nice green bubble on that. It's 1109. I don't know. That would have been hard to play. Yeah. I didn't take a buy. No, you guys will know when I get in. You'll see the unrealized P&L changing, and you will actually see the live order on the chart. What time frame of bubble? The time frame is 5 minutes on the bubbles. Guys, this isn't a channel where I give trade signals or trade follows or something, whatever you want to call it. I'm just sharing my journey through the space. I'm sharing really a realistic view of what trading actually looks like. If you've been following, we've been live streaming trading for like 3 years, and I guess we're coming up on 3 years, probably 2.5. And I'm not consistently profitable. I'm not consistent. I'm still working on that, but I am getting there, and I am getting better month after month after month as time goes on. I'm sharing the journey to everybody. This is not a guru stream or a guru channel to where I'm going to tell you what to do and how to be successful, because all those people are lying anyway. And that's not me. This is just a real case of what trading kind of is from my perspective, and probably most people's perspective, realistic perspective. I live from trade. I live for trade. Like I make a living doing trading? No. If I was trading for a living, I wouldn't be able to live. I'd be living under a bridge. So I have not made consistent money to do this full time. Come on. This is actually a decent short for me. Nope. That bubble's got to go red.
Order filled.
There we go, guys. We are in. We are in short. If that bubble goes green, I will exit. If it stays red, we stay in.
Order filled.
It's an $8 loss right there. That's just how it goes. Cutting the losses quick. Cutting the losses quick. If the volume is not going to coincide with my entry off the imbalance, I just simply exit. Stop loss? Nope. I am using no stop loss and no take profit. But I do have a account lockout of negative $40 or positive $40. There's a account lockout on loss and profit. Damn, I got out at the top of the wick too. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool, Claude, but that's not my approach. I can't just add things that people recommend. Otherwise, I'd never find what works for me. You know what I mean? Trading is singular. What works for me is probably not going to work for 99% of all other people because they aren't me, you know? It's not the sheep who are doing well in trading, it's the wolf. It's the wolf dog. Did I trade yesterday? I did. But I didn't stream. I could not find a moment to stream. I got in on 3 trades whenever I got a couple windows throughout the day. And I posted the results up actually in the Discord on that day. Luckily yesterday we walked out unscathed, $40 in profit again. But yeah, there's going to be some days to where the mornings are just too busy for me to initiate the stream, but for the most part, 9 times out of 10, I'll be here. Trying to get these executions plotted so you guys can see where I've actually entered. Sell good signal. I don't know why you keep saying to buy and sell in there, man. I'll never follow anyone saying to buy or sell in the chat, just so you guys know, and I will never tell anyone else to buy or sell. I am sharing the journey, my friends. That is it. This is not a sell buy signal stream. What should I do? Black on the sells and It's really a sell. How do you know that? Are you able to tell the future? You might be right. You gotta realize though that anybody can go into anyone's chat and just be like, sell, it's about to go down. Oh, buy, it's about to go up. So I guess sells will be black and buys will be like yellow. I don't know, man. I don't know what color we should do here. Maybe it makes more sense to just go with the colors. Orange, red, salmon. It's not a signal live, just watch the process. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. Count double, congratulations. Yeah, kinda. We're still, you guys can see on screen now, I'm putting the net P&L. I've had to fund the account back a couple times because we fell below 100 and approached 50. 50 is the margin requirement in the account, so we only have a $50 drawdown. It's not much. So there's going to be situations where if I do go down a drawdown period, I'm going to have to fund the account back, right? Until I can build a big enough cushion where we keep surviving. As of right now, over the course of 31 trade sessions, which equates to like almost 2 months of trading, we are down $182, which isn't that bad. Not really. That's the total net P&L since I started doing this 100 to 100K challenge. I'm adjusting things. I'm making things better. At least I think I am. And we'll keep on rolling, baby. Yeah. Keep on rolling, 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 rolling. What? Let's just do that. Executions for buy will be green. Executions for sells will be red. That way we know. So we got a green bubble, top of the imbalance, liquidity imbalance. I need a red bubble. And I need the imbalance to be topped out. So red bubble comes in, that's great, but I got that. I got to get that imbalance. I got to make my entry on the imbalance at the top. You guys can see the imbalance right now. That green indicator at the bottom is about in the middle of this range. I need it to be at the top. I'm trying to get the best possible entry that I can. I wasn't even looking at the 30-minute. What was I looking at? I guess it wasn't bad. Yeah. Do I trade options? No. No, I don't. Looking for that long. Here we go. Green bubble is remaining. That's good. We need the imbalance to come down a little bit more. As long as that green bubble stays put, I think we might have a setup here. Come on, come on, come on. Imbalance needs to fall. Next candle's in. No. Got a big red. Big red. We could still get in on this trade, but we need to see a little bit more of a dip in the imbalance. And a little bit more buying volume. Yeah, here we go. No, not yet. Absorption bubbles? I mean, I guess you could look at it like that. The bubbles are representing buy minus sell. So within a 5-minute period, 5 minutes, every 5 minutes, a new bubble prints. But within that 5-minute period, the bubble is building and it is indicating selling or buying pressure. Obviously, the bubble could be red. A large red bubble starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller. That means that obviously buying volume is coming in at that point. But looking at it just in terms of a general zoomed out perspective, if it's red, there's more selling. If it's green, there's more buying. It's that simple. Now, that doesn't mean that like in the shorter term, like on a per second basis, there can't be an influx of buying. If there's an influx of buying on a big red bubble, the bubble's going to get smaller. It's a green bubble. That's pretty good for us. Bottom of the liquidity. I don't know, I'm being cautious. Man, that's good coffee. I am being very cautious, although this is kind of a setup for me, a long setup. Yep, there it goes. Damn it. I just want to get a better entry. I think I can get a better one. Yes.
Order filled.
There we go. All right, guys, we're in. See if this works out. If that bubble goes red, I close my trade. If it stays green, we stay in on the trade. The goal is to get to $40 in profit. That is the lockout on the account. If we lose $40, however, we still lock out. There is a profit take lockout and loss lockout on the account. If that bubble goes red, I am closing the trade. Guys, the goal is simple. It's to make money. I am here to show you what trading really looks like, no matter how terrible it may be. But I promise you, there's a good and bad trade out there, and I'll find one of them. Live trading every single weekday around 9 a.m. CST. Are we able to get there? This might be the bottom we're looking for, might not. If we get a good pop, we would be done on the day. But if that bubble goes red, like I said, I am done. I am out. The bubble represents the volume within a 5-minute time period.
Order filled.
And I'm done. We took a small loss. We took, what, a $4 loss. Wow. Look at what we just saved ourselves from. Jesus. That's a solid candle. Yeah. That's good. That's good that we got out. Yeah, I think we lost about $4 or $5. Whatever. We've taken 2 cracks at it. Taken 2 cracks at the market so far. Closed for very small losses. And that's just how it goes. We keep on trying until we eventually get one. Is my win rate at the end of the day like 80%? Hell no. But who cares? You don't need to have a crazy win rate to be profitable. You just don't. Depends on how you're managing it. If we take, let's say, 5 more trades and they're all just little $5 losses and we're at, max lockout, so be it. It wasn't my day, right? I have to implement this max lockout. Otherwise, I don't know when to stop. I don't know if anyone has that issue, but when you're trading and you're in profit, when do you stop trading? Do you keep trading because you're in profit? Or you're doing well so you keep trading? Do you overtrade because you're in profit and then give the profit back? That's one of my problems. I think determining when you should stop trading is the hardest thing in trading. Do you stop at a certain time? Is there a certain time frame that, I don't know, maybe you trade better in? Time frame you trade worse in? You got to track a lot of that data to figure that out, but there's so many ways that you can stop. What's the exit strategy, right? What is your daily exit strategy? Because I feel like most people don't have that. I don't have that. That's why I put a lockout on the account. A profit lockout. If that bubble goes green, we may consider an entry. But it's a little squirrely because imbalance is kind of mid area. Game changer for me is range delta. How'd you find out that was the game changer? Did you just start to see consistency when you started using it? Ooh-wee, dude, look, we are dropping here. Imbalance, bottoming out there. You can see on the liquidity tracker in the bottom area. That indicates, for me, a really good entry for a long, but I cannot get long unless that bubble goes red to green. A red to green bubble. Come on, dude. Oh my gosh, it might be perfect. Come on. Yes, imbalance is falling. This is good for the long reversion setup. Essentially, that's what I'm doing here, guys. I'm trying to catch the reversion in price action. I'm looking for areas of reversion. We come down with a lot of weakness. I'm looking for the long. We go up with a lot of strength. I'm looking for the short. Market never goes straight down, and it never just goes straight up. At some point, it turns around. I don't care how strong or weak it looks. There's opportunity both ways, always. Just depends on how you're trading. We might need a new bubble print here in order to get to the entry. A lot of times that's what happens is the volume will be such in selling territory that I just can't make the long entry because my strategy doesn't allow it. But if we come up enough on the imbalance, maybe we'll even go short if the bubble stays red. I don't know. I'm really just playing the data as it's given to me. Be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. Whoa, we're getting this set up right now, guys. New print.
Order
Yes,
filled.
here we go. We're in. We're at the bottom. We got a green bubble. We got the imbalance at the bottom. I'm expecting a pop in price. We're up $1. I'm expecting a pop in the price. Let's see if I'm right. Come on. Imbalance is falling. We just tagged red bubble, green bubble. We're kind of bouncing back and forth. Can't tell if it's red or green. It's so small. Come on, dude. Nope, we're screwed.
Order filled.
Man, it's been tough. It's been a tough one today. It has been tough. It's kind of tough whenever the imbalance like that is Well, obviously the imbalance is plummeting. We're still dumping. But it's tough when the bubble comes in and we're red and green back to back to back. It's so small that it could go either way. But to be fair, what did we lose there? Like $12. Staying in on the trade, not only would we have lost a lot more, I think we would have been liquidated on the day. We would have been locked out in loss. Yeah, we certainly would have been. That's that was like $20 more in loss. So you got to close them when they ain't working. When they ain't doing it, you got to close it up. Asimo, what up? Red Music, what up? RSD Music. Red Graph is CVD. No, I don't believe so. Well, maybe. I guess it could be a volume delta because it is buy minus sell. Yeah, it is actually. It's still considered a volume delta. So yeah, technically it's a CVD. Damn, dude, really hard to read today. I always see your live account at around 200. Do you keep funding it, or how's that working? Yeah, 200 is just coincidentally where I keep tagging before the account draws down. So if you see it at 200, and I was just at, say, under 1, I probably did fund it another $100. The net P&L that I have on screen reflects the true net P&L in the account since I started this 31 sessions ago, though. So we're at 200, and I'm down 182. That means that I have funded the account about $200 or so. Or I guess rather $300. Once I get over this hump, like I haven't even seen 300 yet. Once I get over the 200 hump, I think psychologically I'll be doing a lot better. It is very tough to get over 2. I don't know why. But eventually I'll make it. I'm not going to fund it with like $2,000 or anything like that. Really good pre-market move. What are those, just stocks, individual stocks? I don't really mess with stocks, man. Not individual stocks. From time to time, I might go in on some bigger play with the large cap stock, but that's all kind of off-stream stuff. But stocks are interesting. A long time ago, I used to, before I knew about futures, all I did was I would find high volume, low float stocks, and I would throw down on those. Because there's these massive squeezes that would happen. There's a ton of opportunity on those, but extremely risky too. What's my income goal to your cash accounts? You just growing it to a certain amount? It's all futures, yeah. And this is an okay entry on this buy bubble, but imbalance isn't where I want it, to be honest, so that's why I didn't take it. But the income goal, man, is $40 a day right now. And as the account grows further into a bit more of some padding, I can start risking more and asking for more. I'll do 2 contracts or 3, 4, 5 instead of just 1. I'm about to get in.
Order filled.
All right, getting in long. Imbalance is bottoming out. We have a nice buy bubble. Let's see if this works out. We keep attempting this. If we lose 20, we are done in the day, guys. If we lose, actually, we only have room for like $12. We've got to win this trade. Imbalance is bottomed out. I love this entry for a long. We've got a buy volume bubble. Buying is in control at this moment. So I like this entry. And we are moving up really good. Already up 4 points, $20 in the money. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. We will stay in on this trade until I have a reason to exit. We might have just caught the literal bottom through the session. That might actually be the bottom. We are up 4 points right now and moving. We very well could have just tagged that. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Guys, the goal is simple. It's to make money. I'm here to show you what trading really looks like, no matter how terrible it might be. There's always a good and bad trade out there, and I promise you, I will find one of them. Live trading every single weekday around 9 a.m. CST. Are we going to get there? I would love to lock out on the day. If we can pop good enough, we could just simply lock ourselves out in 40 in profit, and I would be so happy with that. Ending the week on a Friday, damn, that would feel damn good. Oh, that would feel good. We're up 4 points in the money, $20 in profit. Bouncing back and forth, though. We're getting a little volatile, but I think we have some potential to move forward. Imbalance is somewhat at the top here in this 30-minute range that we're looking at. Volume bubbles are 5-minute increments. We are moving up further, 4 points in the money, moving past 4 points. Every single point is $5. We're trading the S&P 500, the MES micro contracts right now, leveraged by 5. Every dollar movement on the instrument is $5. Can we get there? Let's go. 15 seconds till next print. We are really pushing. We're 30 in profit. Do we keep on moving up here? This is really good, man. We've taken a few cracks at the market. Could not get anything this morning. We have closed 3 trades for a loss, a very small loss. I have a lockout on the account of $40. So we are surviving until we can eventually get the good running trade that we need. 40 seconds until the next print of the bubble. If the bubble comes in red, like I said before, I am exiting. I am taking either the profit I have or the small loss that I have. We have a good enough cushion here to where I don't think the loss would be much if it does turn. We got a little cushion. But I'm hoping that we continue to run with buy volume. I don't know if we will, but I will know here in 10 seconds. I am playing the data as it's given to me, and that's it, guys. I'm not trying to speculate on what is or could or would be. I don't know. I am just playing with what the data gives me. It's a red bubble. It's a green bubble, green building bubble. This is perfect. We flipped back and forth. We're about to be locked out on the day. $40 in profit. Are we going to get there? 40 in profit on the unrealized, but we're down 28. So we're going to need a little bit more juice if we're going to get there. This may just be the full-blown bottom tag that we needed to get out on the day. God, that would be so amazing on a Friday. Let's go, dude. Building volume. That volume flips on me and goes red. I am out immediately. We may lose a lot of the profit. We may not. I don't know. Does it hurt to keep holding in profit? Sure, it does. Everything in me is like, just take this. Take the $30. It's a good chunk of profit. Just take it. But I have an exit strategy. The exit strategy is to stay in until I have reason to exit, and I don't have reason to exit yet, so I stay in. Even if it hurts. Even if it hurts. This is such a clean move, dude. I could not ask for a better entry. God dang. If this is the ending trade, I don't know. I was going to say I'll do a backflip, but I don't want to break my neck. Oh my God,
Order
we're out.
filled.
I was not paying attention. It dropped immediately. I'm out. I'm taking profit. We got red selling volume coming in here on Bookmap. Coming in on the bubbles. Am I missing out on some profit there? Sure. But I can't tell the future. Who cares? That just brought us back down in the account in a good way, back towards break even. So I'm okay with that. That gives us some more room to keep pushing. That volume bubble came in out of nowhere. I was jabbering and it just popped. What'd we miss out on there? I think at one point we had like 8 points, 40 in profit. About 40 in profit. We took 20 in profit. So that is the downside, you know, not having a take profit, not having like a definitive take profit goal on a per trade basis. Sometimes you have to sit in a trade a little bit and watch the profit go away. But the beauty to not having a take profit and having an exit strategy is a lot of times when you're right, it runs a lot further than you would have had otherwise with a take profit on the play. But to each their own, everyone's different. I am not using a stop loss. I'm not using a take profit on a per trade basis. I am just using account lockouts. On a per trade basis, there is absolutely nothing but my entry. There's no take profit bracket or stop loss bracket. This is actually really good. Nope. I was thinking about shorting, but not with that volume bubble. So anyway, we tag 40 in loss. The account is done. I can't even take a trade if I wanted to. I couldn't even call Ninja Trader support and say, hey, unlock my account. It's locked. It'll lock itself out. And if I make 40, it will lock. Enter in red bubble and hold sell to see it green close. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about the close really. If the bubble flips, I'm just out. But yeah, that's kind of the concept. Going back to the income goal on the cash account. Yeah, man, I want to get to 100K. Is that unrealistic? No, I think I can make that happen. I don't know how long it's going to take, but that's the goal. As I size up more, as the account grows more and I can size up more, things are going to start snowballing and going a lot quicker. So that's going to be really interesting when that day comes. But for now, we are just sitting at one contract. What's the broker? The broker is Ninja Trader. Ninja Trader is the chart you see. It's the platform I'm using to execute the trades. And it's also the broker. It's also the brokerage that's holding the account. The bubbles you guys see on the screen is Bookmap. That is just a level 2 third-party trading tool. And the bottom chart that you see, the subchart down there with the green line, that is a liquidity imbalance tracker. That is within Bookmap as well. This is not a bad setup. It's not a bad setup for a short. Now it is. Oh, it's going to be a tough day, guys. Why out on bubble flip? There's always people who are selling, which can cause these bubbles that you're reacting to on such a good entry. Why not just secure 50%? I can't really secure 50% of the trade because we're trading one contract. We're not able to size in and size out. But that's just the exit approach, man. The bubble flipping means that in a 5-minute, these bubbles are not just printing on a 1-minute basis. They're printing every 5 minutes. So if the 5-minute volume bubble flips from green to red and I am long, I no longer care to stay in because we could potentially be moving towards a selling bubble that's going to just wipe it away. So I will take the small loss when it's out of favor, or I'll take the profit when it moves out of favor. I don't know what's going to happen after the bubble flips. And for that reason, I'm just going to exit and keep looking for more opportunity. The exit strategy is literally based on the bubble flip. So if I don't do that, then I don't have an exit strategy and I'm stuck speculating way too much, which in my experience results in inconsistent results. Stop loss at 50 in profits. Oh, stop loss at 50 in profits. Yeah, we could move it up. But we're just not using a stop loss. I'm not using a stop loss for a reason. I don't want to manage the trade. I don't want my brain to be involved in how the trade ends up. When you go 50% in profit with your stop loss, you're now thinning out all of the room that you have for the trade to keep running. So although you secure profits, you also diminish the potential of your trade being correct. So it's a double-edged sword, right? Like that can work fine. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I've messed around with trails in the past. I've messed around with many different break-even strategies and even moving the stop into profit. I just feel more comfortable, wildly enough, not even having the ability to change the stop or the take profit on the trade. I will enter manually and exit manually. And if things really break apart and I am just losing my ass, the account has a lockout. So it's not the end of the world. It could have kept me. Yeah, but that's the exact reason why I don't want to use that, is because of that coulda, shoulda, woulda. I don't want that. I just want to look at the data and play the result of that, and that's it. I've messed around with brackets for years, with stop losses and take profits. I'm not saying I'll never use a stop loss again or anything. Ideally, what I'd want to do, if I get insanely good at my entries and I have enough data that says that the edge is quite significant, I will just have a small stop. I'll have like a 2 to 3 point stop. Wait for it to fully close before you exit? I don't know. I don't think so. Because the bubble can keep growing and exploding. 5 minutes is a long time. The bubble isn't printing with these candles. The bubble is on a 5-minute time frame. I'm doing that specifically because I don't want there to be too much noise in the volume. I don't want continuous flips back and forth, back and forth. I need to have a little bit more of a zoomed out perspective. I have personally seen in my own experience with these bubbles that when they do flip, sometimes it is just wildly dangerous to keep holding when you could just simply exit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with exiting early on a small loss, or just exiting because maybe it just doesn't align with what you're doing, and maybe the profit's not as big as it was, but if it's something, it's still something. That's better than nothing. I have to look at trading very systematically because personally, I will get too emotional about holding a loss or holding a thing that could be or should be or would have been or could have been. And I don't want to do that. I've been doing that for years and it's killing me. It really is. I don't want to speculate at all. That's why if it flips, I don't care. We're just done. We're out. I don't care if I just lost half the profit. If I'm getting out with something, that's great. That's a win. If I get in and it flips on me immediately, even if it's flipping back and forth like crazy, if it's very small and it's going green, red, green, red, green, red, and we haven't built up into any sort of direction there, I'll give it a second. But as soon as the bubble looks like it has any momentum and it's out of favor, I just have to exit. What I keep seeing in my data is these early closures are just saving me. I mean, dude, we've taken, how many trades have we taken? 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, and we're down $9. We were down $28. We've taken 4 trades with a $40 stop on the overall account. The fact that I'm even alive right now is freaking crazy. I love that side of it. The survivability aspect is crazy. What is it, 12:02? We need 3 more minutes for a new bubble. But anything can happen. If we fall far enough down in the imbalance and we build into the green, I'll go long. Letting winners run and losers, you seem to get out quickly most of the time. Yeah, but I'm also I got some hiccups, man. Yesterday was terrible. Although we ended green, and even today, I'll be honest, I was holding a couple that I should have closed a lot sooner. I think I lost $10 so far today just by holding things a little too long because the bubble was going back and forth. If I could automate this, I'd probably be way better, but I already tried doing that. I already tried to mess around with automation, and it is very problematic, just as much as a human brain can be. Automation is not some foolproof thing that we can just implement and set it and forget it. You still have to do quite a lot of work. What's my form of dangerous, though? Why not break even, zero risk, all reward? Because that's unrealistic. When you have a stop loss that you move to break even, at least for me, anytime I've ever messed with break evens, what occurs is the result is mostly a break even. So you're thinning out your stop loss. There's no more room. You're almost more probable of hitting the break even in a lot of cases, at least in a lot of my experience and a lot of my data. The probability of actually getting the trade to win for you gets reduced drastically whenever you do go break even. And when I say you, I mean as in like me. I don't think that's the case for everybody, but in my experience, anytime I messed with break evens, I was always cutting trades that were really great winning trades. I need there to be room. I don't want to manage the trade. I really don't. Outside of me entering and closing, I don't want to determine what the stop or the take profit should be. I want the data to determine that. That's it. At the end of the day, we can be like, oh yeah, I feel comfortable losing 4 points. I feel comfortable taking 4 points. Why though? Because we just think that that's good. Why are you not playing the trend? Because I'm not using the trend in the approach that we're using. If I was trend trading, I'd be playing the trend, but I'm not trend trading. I mean, for the most part, you could probably label this as a trend trading approach. Whether I'm trading the trend intentionally or not, I don't know. This was trading with the trend, but we caught it before the trend was even there. We caught the trend before the trend was even a trend up. The trend just has nothing to do with why I'm entering. I'm entering because there's an imbalance that's topping out or bottoming out. That's the imbalance between the bid and the ask on the order book on the depth of market, and the coinciding volume to trade the momentum. As of right now, we're bottomed out on this imbalance, so I'm looking for longs, but I cannot enter long unless that volume bubble stops selling. Am I going to miss out on tons of opportunity for entries? Sure. But I need to have some really strong conviction to get in, otherwise I'm just going to sit here and overtrade my balls off. I can't speculate too much anymore. It doesn't work for me. I've had a problem with overtrading for as long as I've been trading, and the only way that I can combat that is by listening to definitive, concrete data. I cannot use my brain to determine what I think is going to happen. I can only use what I know is happening. But yeah, I do think that some risk management can be great. I just don't think it's great for me for now. I've messed around with break evens and trails and stops and big stops and small stops and big TPs and small TPs and inverse risk to rewards. Dude, I've done it all. I think it's just easier for me to not have any order management on my trade, just the entry. The only management that I have in terms of risk is what the data shows and what the account lockout is. Feels like it's working pretty well for me. Feels pretty damn good. The data's coming in pretty good. I'm happy with how things have been. And take profit lockout on the account, something I haven't messed around with really seriously at all.
Connection lost.
Okay, I don't know. We just lost connection. That was weird. Anyway, lockout on the account and profits, something I haven't taken seriously at all. And I've always preached that I know that it would not be that hard for me and probably most people out there to reach any form of profit. Every day, a lot of us are in profit, right? We're in the profit. You might be in on profit on your first trade. You might be up a solid few points. What if you consistently took that every day instead of overtraded the loss or overtraded the profit? I just feel like even taking 20 bucks a day would be so much more feasible and realistic for a lot of people, but the human brain wants everything now. We don't want to settle for a small profit, because who wants to do that? That sucks. We want a big juicy win every day, but that's not realistic. You know what is realistic? Consistent small gains over time being a substantial amount of money. But again, the old human brain hates that idea. We want instant gratification. We want it now. And we don't care about the results later. For the most part, that's how most brains are working, retail trading wise in the market. right, guys, here we go. Still red. This bubble just printed too. This is going to be a weird one. I feel like the imbalance is going to pop pretty good. And we'll be green, but my entry is not going to feel the best. I might keep waiting. We're at the bottom again, though. We played this earlier. We're at the local low of day. It's a low of day, but it's not very low considering the market's popped like 400 points in the past week. Yeah, see, there's the pop. I knew it would happen. There's the pop and the liquidity. And this bubble's going to go green, but it's going green like in the middle of the imbalance, and I don't like that. I don't like that entry. That was a really good play in hindsight. I felt good about it, but I just didn't have the concrete data to do it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? It's always going to be more opportunity. Who cares if you miss one? Pay groceries for the month, eventually step up the mortgage and rent. Yeah. Yeah, it's a problem too. Everybody does want to do it as their career because it seems so glamorous. You can sit in front of a screen and flip some numbers on a chart, printing some candlesticks. Sounds better than digging trenches outside or something. It's all great. I don't think trading comes easy to anybody, though. This is not easy, man. Trading is hard. I get it is tough. Anyone that says it's not has just maybe forgotten about the struggle they had at the beginning, or they are just the luckiest person in the world. Who knows? Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. We're breaking records on stream today. Concurrent viewers are higher than I think they've ever been for a consistent period of time, and the overall views that we have just within an hour and a half of streaming is higher than it's ever been in the channel's history. So thank you guys for checking out the stream and tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Anyone interested in what I'm using here? Again, this isn't a channel where I sell indicators or courses or anything, or even tell you how to trade. But if you want to use NinjaTrader for your own futures trading, they have some of the lowest commissions in the game. You can take my link in the description, sign up for free, and mess around with their platform for a couple weeks. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and helps me out a ton. When you guys take the link and sign up, it really does. In fact, by you signing up, it literally, NinjaTrader will literally give me a referral bonus of $40 just by you signing up. And it doesn't even cost you anything to sign up. You're just opening an account with NinjaTrader. That's what's crazy. So that goes to support me like crazy, So thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't sell courses. I don't sell anything, guys, other than some coffee cups if you guys want to represent, and a couple affiliated links that I make commission on if you guys purchase anything, or like in Ninja Trader's case, you don't even need to buy anything just by signing up. They are hooking me up with 40 bones. That is unheard of. I am a very small channel. That stuff does not go unnoticed. Appreciate all you. We are selling right now into the imbalance. This is really good for a long setup. We got to get that green bubble. Green bubble. Okay. I'll be right back, guys. Gonna hit the restroom. Come back. Hopefully you get a setup. Don't go nowhere. Boys, we almost have a trade. Hide my face, keep my identity obscured. Dude, this is a setup. This is a setup if I've ever seen one. Stay green. 1228. Nope, we red. This is a good setup though. If we go into a red bubble, or sorry, a green bubble for long enough, I'm in, baby. Hitting that bottom again. Green.
Order filled.
All right, I'm in, guys. My goal is simple. It's to make money. I'm here to show you what trading really looks like. No matter how terrible, there's always a good and bad trade out there, and I promise you, I'll find one. Live trading every weekday around 9 a.m. CST. We're in on a long, but looks like we're probably going to close. If this holds red, on the red volume, we are done.
Order filled.
That's another loss. Yippee! Is what it is. We have taken a few trades today, have not hit really what we need to, but what's important is I am closing the losers. Almost every single trade that I have closed early for a small loss has moved wildly against me, so that makes me feel good. I am doing that right. I am at least doing that right. Bro, told you to short. You were right. I should have listened to a random viewer in the chat on YouTube on which direction I should put my actual money. I feel stupid for not listening to you. I should have done it. I shoulda, coulda, woulda listened to the chat. You guys know the future, and you guys know where the price is moving. You know what? My main approach should just be based on that. You guys tell me what to do. How about that? Ooh, this is a good short. Oh, imbalance has got to come up a little bit more. Kind of sucks we're not still long. That's a nice bottom pop, but I can't tell the future. It would not have been bad to keep holding, but again, it's not like I know what's going to happen in the future. You're long but not having much fun? Yeah, I guess it depends on when you got in. How long you plan on trading for. Howdy. What a great long that would have been to stay in on, huh? Oh, yeah. Nice little $40 trade. That's how it goes, though. I want to say that I would have been very close to max liquidation if I did stay in on that short. So regardless, I don't see what other option I had. Could have waited a little bit longer for that green bubble to come in maybe, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. 2 more minutes until new bubble prints. Right now we got buying volume taking over. How many pips? I don't know what pips are. Ticks? Pips is like a Forex term, isn't it? What's my position size per trade? Just one contract, one MES contract, one micro. I do not have a stop loss and I do not have a take profit on a per trade basis. Intentionally, I am intentionally doing that. It's not because I don't know what a take profit or a stop is or a limit, whatever you want to call it. I'm intentionally not trading with brackets, order management like that. But what I will say is my account does have a $40 take profit lockout and a $40 loss lockout. So if one of those is hit, whichever one comes first, the account is locked out. That's when my day ends. The strategy is just based on trading the data, and that's it. Not trading some stop loss that I think I know is in a good position, or maybe I think 4 points is good to take profit. I don't know. I'm just trading the data as it's given. That's it. I've traded with TPs and SLs, and I don't want to manage the trades anymore. I will enter manually and close it based on the data that we see. Because at the end of the day, I don't know what a good take profit is. I don't know what a good stop is. And I'm accepting that and just submitting to whatever the data gives me. That's really it. The only way that I can determine what a good stop is what I feel comfortable with losing, right? But I don't like that. Come on. Gotta move up just a little more. A little more. I don't know. I don't like the entry. I don't like the entry yet. Oh, it's a decent entry, isn't it? Sure as hell is, but I'm not in on it. I'm being greedy about my entries. I'm actually being greedy about the entry itself without even being in on the trade. I'm being greedy about the precision of the entry. Maybe that's the form of greed we need to have. Not wanting more, but wanting an actual better entry and being too patient. Let's be too patient. How about that? Good rundown indeed. Yeah, we've gotten in long at the bottom here a couple times. You guys can see clearly this is low of day. I mean, we're at like the low of day. We keep tagging it. This will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sixth time we've came down to this area. So yeah, pretty interesting. We'll see what happens. If the imbalance can set up well enough, I will get in on a trade. I will indeed. Bro, this hat is legit. Yes. This is some grade A coffee bean, boys. Oh, we got some more bots in here. Why do you guys say that? I don't get it. I don't know if that's like a out of country thing. Said hi. Did you said hi? Hello. I am about to get in short. I keep hesitating.
Order filled.
I'm doing it. I'm in short. If that bubble goes green, we will sell. I mean buy. I'm in short. If we go, okay, we got to sell. We got to buy.
Order filled.
We're out. Went against us again. Sorry, I don't know if we're buying or selling. My brain has stopped working. Another small loss. Good Lord, we've taken a lot of trades today. Oh, it's a button you click in chat. Dude, I keep thinking you guys are like bots or something when you say that. I'm like, what? Why did the person say that? We're going to try and do another short if we can. Bubble's got to go red. Bubble's got to go red. Volume bubble's green. That means buying is in control. As soon as it goes red, I am down to go short as long as the imbalance stays above. It is red now. We need...
Order
I like
filled.
that. I'm okay with that. If the bubble goes green, I will take the loss again. If we keep building selling volume, we stay in on the trade. I exit when there's reason to exit. When that bubble flips from red to green, I'm out. Might be in profit, might be a small loss. I don't know. Let's see what happens. One thing is for certain though, guys, there is good and bad trades out there. And I promise you, I will get one of those. I'm here to show you how terrible trading can be sometimes, how realistic it should be, right? The goal is to make money at the end of the day. Live trading every single day around 9 a.m. CST, all weekdays. See how this one pans out. We are short. We are following the entry here in the imbalance, topping out that bottom indicator, that green indicator down there. That line is the imbalance, the difference between the bid and the ask. And when we do have resistance here, overextensions on the top side, normally a short is a decent entry and vice versa on the bottom side, a long is a good entry. When I have confluence of the volume bubble talking with me in that direction in favor, that's when I enter. And when that volume bubble flips out of confluence or out of favor, that's when I exit. Otherwise, I keep letting this cook. I stay in on the trades. Strength meter? I don't know what that is. Never heard of that. Volume is still red. It's moving against us now, though. It's getting a little squirrely. If we happen to flip green on that volume bubble, I will exit. And we've got 3 minutes until the next one prints. Out of the money so far. We might get liquidated here if we lose 40.
Order filled.
Wow, we have almost nothing left here. This is probably going to be a max day lockout on a loss, boys. It's unfortunate, but is what it is. Sometimes it's how it goes. We're still looking for shorts. I'm still looking for a short. This is a great short if we do get a red bubble. But I'll be honest, we have little to no room in the account right now. Max lockout is $40. We've got $4 left until lockout, so this might be one of those days. If we can get a good enough entry, we might be okay. But if I'm being realistic, this will probably be a max day lockout for a $40 loss. But we'll see. We'll see if we can tag just the most precise entry. How'd I decide on a 40 account lockout? Because of how small the account is. I could honestly go smaller than 40, but at that point I wouldn't have any room to even let a trade play. 40 just feels realistic for the account size that I have. And it's done okay. $40 lockout and loss at least has done okay. We've traded 31 sessions, almost 2 months of trading. Net P&L of negative 182.
Order
I'm
filled.
in short. Let's see if this works. We have little to no drawdown here.
Order filled.
Yeah, of course. I didn't close that trade. The lockout tagged me out. I took my crack at that top. We had a decent imbalance overextension to the top with a really nice volume bubble coming in favor, but I don't have the room to survive. That probably ends up working too. That's a bummer. Is what it is though. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. That's trading. We've had 2 days in a row, two $40 profitable days in a row, so it was just a matter of time before that came to an end. Hopefully next session we have a little bit better of a time. But guys, I'm down $40 on a Friday going into the weekend. I can't trade until Monday. Do you think I'm crying? No. It's going to be okay because guess what? Monday's a new day and it's a new day of opportunities and setups. We're going to be okay. Who cares if it's Friday? Who cares how bad it hurts to go into the weekend? Losing, it hurts bad, but who cares? It ain't going to hurt me. Why don't you trade on Sim? I do trade on Sim from time to time. You were nervous, my friend? No, I'm great. You might be seeing the 4 shots of espresso that I've downed this morning. Maybe it'll be good to live journal and talk through losing trades, why they happen. Yep, I think recording your trades are probably the single-handed best thing you can do for your trading. That's another reason why I share my journey, is because YouTube is essentially a cloud storage of all my trading through the years. I often do look back on my own trades to see things and journal, but you got to be careful because if you get a little too in depth with trying to critique things, what happens is you change your approach so much because you think that you're doing something good, and then all of a sudden you're trading with a strategy that's not even close to what you had previously, to what was working, and then you find yourself in a strategy that isn't working at all. So you got to be careful with that even. But yeah, I agree. I think journaling, live video logs, amazing stuff. You can look back and it's so great to see what you could do right, what you did wrong. You might find trends in your trading. I've done that many times. Trends and entries being too late or sometimes too early. I've seen that many times. 4 years in, beginning years was hard and dark. I know how you feel. Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. If anything, I truly feel like I'm in one of the better spots I've ever been in with trading as of right now in this moment. I'm feeling pretty good about it, at least in terms of the approach, my trading style, how I feel like on a per trade basis, my confidence, everything is feeling pretty primed. I'm excited to see what 2026 brings. Excited to see where this account goes. Talk through it now after the day ended. Yeah, we could do that. There's been some times where we actually did that on stream. I'd go back on the playback, just rewind. I'll be honest though, there's nothing that I could technically change about today. We took many attempts. We took many small losses on trades that continued to be losses. It just wasn't the day. There's nothing today that could be changed in the approach that's going to impact it later. Unless I see multiple trends throughout the day, but all of that data is posted in the Discord. Every single day, there's a performance log base that I'm posting everything up. I need to start posting that on the actual YouTube board too. But sometimes, you know, accepting the losing day and not critiquing is always good. What I could do is look back and see if I hesitated with the approach. That is one problem that I have currently, is when the bubble flips, I might not close the trade quick enough. How many of the day's trades did I hesitate? How much did I lose due to the hesitation? That would truly be something that would be awesome to review. Good recommendation though, man. Man, it sucks. Sucks being locked. But you know what, dudes? It is all good because there is more opportunity. I do appreciate everyone for tuning in, all the engagement in the chat. You guys are awesome, dude. Thank you all for being here. It's cool to trade with some viewers because trading is it's a lonely place. It really is. I'm gonna hop in on this if I can make it in time. I'll change to sim.
Order filled.
Sim is on. Wait. I'm not connected to sim. How did that? Oh, shit. What the hell filled then?
Order filled.
Okay. I don't know how that even filled a second ago. That was weird. I'll take a few practice trades while we wait. I'm technically already in on this. This would have been closed because the green bubble came in.
Order filled.
I'll wait until it goes red and bounces at the top. We'll go off that. I'm sure that the trade that I take in sim is going to be a wild, running, profitable trade. That's how it always works. What the hell? Sim 101, Sim 1. Ah, here we are.
Order filled.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't connected to it, so it's kind of strange why it filled me.
Order filled.
You guys are seeing the strategy here. On sim, no, it's the topping of the imbalance, or at least close to the top of the imbalance, to indicate an overextension to the upside. Generally speaking, the imbalance has essentially a resistance. Anytime the imbalance reaches a certain point of it running in favor, going long, it reverses. So topping out extended imbalance is generally a good short. Bottoming out extended imbalance is generally a good long. Is it always going to be good? No, it could keep on extending, right? But the idea is based on the previous data, it has reverted. It has some form of reversion. So the probability is pretty good for that entry. Whenever I have confluence of the volume itself also going in the direction that I'm intending on it going, I have that confluence to make the entry. That's it. That really is it. I'm making entries based on the liquidity imbalance activity.
Order filled.
We've got a red bubble. I'm looking for a short. Imbalance is topped out. I short. We go green on the volume. Technically, I'm supposed to close. If it's a small bubble bouncing back and forth, maybe I'll give it a minute. But generally speaking,
Order
I like
filled.
to close and look for another entry. Yeah, the imbalance is what's important. That's truly what's going to determine if I'm long or short. The bubbles that come in are just a form of confluence to the strategy. It's kind of like a tool to keep me from over trading. Because I could just sit here all day and be like, oh, we're topping out, I'm short. Oh, we're topping out, I'm short, over and over and over, right?
Order filled.
See, that was kind of late. But the idea is price is going to fall here because the imbalance is topped out. We've got selling volume. Red bubble comes in, selling volume. But now it's green, so now the momentum shifts. I take the small loss, I look for another entry.
Order filled.
We're down 16. But as soon as I catch one that's correct, as soon as I do catch the momentum, things will be good. How can I trade with so little money? It only costs $50 to take a trade with the futures contract with a micro S&P 500. What is the win rate with pure imbalances though? Shouldn't you also filter by key levels areas, because right now we're in the middle of the range? I could filter by that, but the thing about the imbalances is it already kind of tells that story. You can see we're looking at the 30-minute on the imbalance, because if I look at too much of a time frame, it could be good, but I could be waiting on setups for way too long. And my style is pretty much a scalping sort of style. But in terms of support and resistance, tops and bottoms, ranges, all of that is speaking through the imbalance. When there's a range and we're hitting a top and coming down and hitting a bottom and going up, you're going to see that in the imbalance. I'm just not using the price action. I'm using the imbalance to tell the story. I'm not using the candles. I'm using the actual imbalance from the order book, which in my opinion is wildly more accurate than trying to read it here. Every one of these massive candles past the low of day was a massive dump in the imbalance. One could argue that the reason the price is even showing the way it is in candle form is because of the imbalance, because everything in the market is supply and demand. That is what moves the price, is supply and demand. What is the liquidity imbalance? It's the difference between the bid and the ask. That is literally the definition of supply and demand. So that's why I'm looking at the imbalance. That's why I'm determining, okay, the imbalance is topped out relative to the time frame I'm looking at. Oh, okay, we look back 10 minutes, we revert here. We revert here. What's the probability of reverting again? Probably pretty high, but it's still a probability. It's not a sure thing. Nothing is sure in trading. So I was probably 4 sessions ago, I wasn't even using the volume to make my trades. I was just using the imbalance. But I decided that it's a little bit inducive to over trading, and I wanted some extra form of confluence, and I thought the best form of that would really be to follow the volume that I'm given in a realistic time frame, which would really be 5 minutes in my opinion. What I'm doing right now has made more sense. Like when I take action on any of these trades, it makes more sense to me than anything I've ever used in trading, which is amazing. That feels so damn good. Doesn't mean it's always going to win. If anyone's ever expecting to just have back to back to back to back green days, you're sadly mistaken, because that's just not going to happen. What's important is I don't get emotional or mad. Like we got a green bubble right now. It's about to flip red and we're topping out on the imbalance.
Order filled.
This would be technically a good short for me. I'm expecting price to dump. This is on the sim account. We keep holding until there's a reason not to hold anymore. That reason is the exit strategy of the volume flipping the other way. You tried shorting a few times with the imbalance, but the next level is 6860. Do you believe that price always reaches every level it's printed to, though? I mean, you can look at levels on the price action, sure, or you can look at what the price has done on previous imbalance levels. It's kind of the same way as looking at what the price has done previously in the price action, too. I mean, it's just how you want to perceive it, right? There's no right or wrong way to perceive good entries or bad entries. If it makes sense to you and it works with some form of consistency, then awesome. But really, we don't know if anything works well until we just keep collecting data on it. What broker? This is a Ninja Trader. The white screen that you see is the chart. That's the broker, and it's the charting platform, Ninja Trader. You guys can check Ninja Trader out. Take my link in the description. It helps me a ton if you sign up, which is free, and you get 2 weeks of real-time data. Seriously. I mean, you could probably consider this micro scalping to some degree. A lot of times I'm taking exits that are literally only like a point. It just depends on how the data lines up. It'll make more sense as time goes on, and it'll even start to make more sense to me. But for the most part, I understand this pretty well. I actually love the results of today. Although it's a red day, to take that many trades and only lose $40 trading real cash and not using a stop loss or a take profit, I don't know, I can't help but still find some sort of impressive result there. One thing is for certain, I've never used an approach that has as much survivability as this, so this has been pretty nice. Doesn't have to reach every level, of course, but it's so close right now. The probability is very high. The probability is very high of what, though? Of it reaching the level? Because that's way different than if it is at the level. I'm trading levels that are being hit on the imbalance. I'm not trading the speculation of a level that might get hit. That's the difference. If you look at that level, you're thinking to yourself, oh, this is going to be a good level to get in at, but it's just speculation. You don't know if it's going to get there. When I trade the imbalance and I'm entering, it's based on definitive data, not that I think this is there or it's going to get there. It is there. It is topped out at that spot. So you can see how there's kind of two ways to look at it. You can kind of have more speculation and sort of look at it from like a leading indicator sort of aspect, or you can just look at concrete data and trade off that. This is actually playing out perfectly from the entry. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with expecting things to reach key levels. I just don't want to speculate on what could happen or should happen. I want to trade on what is happening, if that makes sense. Because what isn't happening is the price is at the level, right? We're just speculating that it's gonna reach the level. But like I've said many times before, I'm not someone who tells anyone how to trade. I don't think that you need to use any particular indicator to trade well. I think everybody needs to figure out trading on their own and figure out what works for them. I don't think anyone ever trades a strategy or an approach that's wrong. I think all strategies and approaches have their time of day. Most of the time, the reason it sucks is because of the person. It's because of the person. It's because of how they execute it. It's their flawed human brain. That's why trading is so hard for most people. And yeah, most people. Trading is extremely hard. A lot of people also don't realize that on this channel, I'm just sharing a journey. I'm never claiming to be consistently profitable or even profitable at that point. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm not looking for anyone's input on how I should trade necessarily. I'll take the input. I'll take some criticism and stuff, and that's all fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, it's just my experience through the space, the same way that someone would put up a camera and practice playing basketball or something, or maybe record their games and post them up. I don't know, that's kind of different though. If your form's bad and you shoot, someone can kind of critique that, but it's kind of hard for someone to critique your form in trading, considering there's millions of ways to trade and millions of ways to perceive the price action. Almost makes it impossible for anyone to give any advice about trading, unless you're just talking basics. Of course, there's always basics. There's fundamentals. You can teach fundamentals, I guess. But that doesn't mean anything if you don't execute it. Because your human brain is flawed with fear and greed. I'm just rambling on. I've had 4 shots of espresso. Sorry, guys. I gotta eat something, man. Would we have won here? Nah. We wouldn't have had enough drawdown. The problem with the last trade we took is we only had $4 in drawdown. So simple in terms, you were trading noise. Good luck. What you may think is noise might be someone else's golden opportunity, my friend. What you think is noise is really only relative to your perspective on what noise is. Noise to you might not be noise to someone else. I like that. I like when people say that. It's just the noise. I don't know. There's a reason why there's noise. Do you know that? The reason why there's noise is because supply and demand can't figure out what's happening. Doesn't know if there should be more demand or more supply or more demand. So you get chop. You get back and forth. There is essentially no volatility. But see, I'm already doing it. I think what noise is back and forth chop. Consolidation in a very small range is noise. That's what I think noise is. Outside of that, I think there's opportunity all over the place. If you're someone who takes 50 points on the take profit and you are in for trades on average for 2 hours, your version of noise will be wildly different than someone who's scalping. I think the quicker we realize that not everyone sees the market the same, the better off retail traders will be with trading. Everyone seems to think that if you just follow the entire herd of sheep, somehow you're gonna make profit in this game, and I just don't think that's the case. Everybody would be rich because we'd all just go watch Tom Hogarth and what his strategy is and copy it. But that's impossible. Guess what? We're not Tom Hogarth. So that's impossible. Maybe I should just trade like this. I'll just put my hat over my eyes and I'll just not say a word or engage in the chat. And I'll just trade. People can say what they want. 9 times out of 10, the comment of anyone trying to give anything that they think's constructive is atrocious. But I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody. At the end of the day, guys, if I'm losing, I'm the loser. Let me be the loser. That's how I learn. I don't learn from following comments on YouTube. That's just, it ain't gonna be it, man. I appreciate the engagement, though. Oh, it would be time to get out of the trade, actually, for me. I wasn't paying attention. We're trading sim, kind of just screwing around with the PA. I already should have honestly sold that. So this will actually be good proof that staying in on this is probably bad for myself. Let's see how it ends up. What was that, 25 in profit at the bottom? I don't know when this bubble flipped. I don't know when the bubble flipped, but as soon as it flipped, that's my exit. I think that was like 15 in profit or something. I don't know. We're on sim right now. We're locked out in the cash account. We lost 40 bucks. Yeah, and then you guys with these atrocious comments about whatever it is that you think is constructive. You try to defend what you said for some reason. I don't understand that either. It's not a debate. How do you start a debate by, so in simple terms, you're trading noise. Nice, good luck. What is that? How do you debate that? How does that even start a debate? It's not even a question. I just shouldn't engage with some comments. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go get something to eat. My stomach is growling. I think I'm gonna go eat a big slice of blueberry, peanut butter, pineapple, cottage cheese bread with an egg on the top. You know what you call that? You call that a big, sloppy Mama Jack. Don't get emotional about some people who are negative. Dude, at this point, I shouldn't engage with certain things, but it definitely doesn't make me emotional. It used to. I think it's very comical now, but I don't know. Maybe I do get emotional because I'm responding to it in the first place. I should just ignore things. I like hedging. Yeah, hedging's nice. Guys, I gotta go eat. It's 1 o'clock. I haven't ate anything today. I've had 4 shots of espresso. I don't feel too good. Peace out. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm live every single day around 9 a.m. CST. Weekdays, obviously. The weekends, the market is closed, so I won't be on. But yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in, engaging in the chat. We broke records today on stream. Thank you. And Monday, I will jump back at it and see if we're able to have a good day. Today wasn't the best, but it is what it is, man. We keep on moving forward and not get too mad or emotional about the red day, because trading isn't based on one day. It's based on a long period of time. So this one day where I lose 40 bucks is not going to determine anything. So no need to get mad and ruin the weekend because of a little loss. Check out the description. Join the community if you guys want. Discord is posted in the chat. Check out Ninja Trader. That's the platform and broker I use. Going to Ninja Trader and signing up with my link helps me a ton. It costs you nothing, literally.
Trade instrument by 201.
That's a big lot of buying. Jesus. Cost you nothing to sign up with Ninja Trader, and it helps me so much. Literally, Ninja Trader, if you sign up, gives me 40 bucks. No extra cost to you. Doesn't cost you anything. You can mess around with 2 weeks of real-time data, including level 2 data with Ninja Trader. So check them out. Use the link in the description. And Bookmap is the level 2 data that I use here. If you're ever interested in that and you want to check it out, take the link as well. You can find Bookmap on there. And the Discord is getting more active these days. Join it. Love to see y'all in there. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Peace out. Later, guys.